In the heart of medieval Europe, nestled between the dense forests and meandering rivers of what is now Germany, a bizarre and unexplainable phenomenon occurred during the summer of 1518. It was a time when mysteries lurked around every corner, and superstition mingled freely with everyday life. This would later be known as the Dancing Plague, a phenomenon that baffled the people of Strasbourg. It all began on a warm July day when a woman known as Frau Trophäa unexpectedly stepped into the bustling square and began to dance. She moved rhythmically but without music, her eyes glazed yet somehow determined in her steps. She danced relentlessly from morning till night. Initially, the townsfolk watched in amusement, but as days passed, amusement turned into concern. By the end of the first week, a small crowd had gathered, not as spectators, but as participants. Men and women, gripped by an insatiable urge, joined Frau Trophäa, their bodies swaying and spinning, contorting in unnatural ways. Unaware of the growing gathering, they danced on, seemingly trapped in an invisible whirlwind of motion. The clergy and town officials were at a loss. Days turned into nights, yet the dancers continued, unfazed by the sun or the moon, driven by a force beyond understanding. Physicians scoured their best tomes, and healers mixed their potions, but no cure could be found for this sudden mania. Speculating that this was a curse or divine punishment, the town's officials decided that the only way to address the situation was through music, reasoning that if they allowed the dancers to wear themselves out, they would eventually stop. A stage was built, musicians were called, and the square transformed into a makeshift open-air theater. Ironically, this only seemed to exacerbate the frenzy, as more and more people flowed into the square under the spell of the dance. As the phenomenon wore on, exhaustion took a toll. Several dancers collapsed with injuries, and a few even faced dire consequences, their bodies betraying them from within. Yet inexplicably, the dance raged on through August. Eventually, as mysteriously as it began, the dancing plague subsided with the onset of September. Survivors returned to their normal lives, some aware of their involuntary dance, others left with only fleeting memories. The mystery of what sparked such an event remained unsolved. Over time, theories flourished. Some blamed ergot, a hallucinogenic mold found in the local grain, while others leaned towards mass hysteria spurred by stress and superstition. But the truth remains buried in the annals of history, a reminder of how the past dances with mystery in its own inexplicable rhythm.